Finally, we spent months in uncertainty of whether or not you would join us in the diecast realm. We were grief-stricken, but today you have come to us. Ivy. Welcome back, guys, to another Mr. Docket presentation. Obviously, Ivy here is such a highly anticipated release, and it really shouldn't be because she is like the third most main character in Cars on the Road. But the reason for all of that uncertainty is because Mattel canceled the deluxe line, meaning that there won't be, deluxe size packages floating about in 2023. So what does that mean? How are they going to release oversized characters like Ivy? And the answer to that is in multi-packs and other kind of odd formats. We got Peggy Liner in that Salt Fever 9-pack. We got the Circus Biplane in a 4-pack exclusive to Target. And now here we're getting Ivy in an Amazon exclusive 3-pack. I'm going to tell you a little bit later why I absolutely love that they're doing it this way. I really am impressed with Mattel's ingenuity on this. I hope we continue to see more online multi-packs going forward. But this is available on Amazon for, pre-order, back order, whatever. It won't ship probably for another few weeks. Maybe you get lucky and you get it soon, but I ordered this several weeks ago, and fortunately it was fulfilled quite quickly in terms of the rollout of all these Ivy 3-packs. As you can see, Cars, DC, Disney 3-pack, bunch of random stuff on there. It's kind of weird. It says contains one piece, but there are 3 cars in here. So that is a little odd to me, but we're going to bust this open. There's not much to really see on this pack here. It's kind of how almost all the Amazon packs come these days, in a cardboard case looking box, something that they got straight from Mattel, and then they're just turning it over to their customers. So let's bust it open here. Now, as you saw, Ivy here came with the new variants of Road Trip Lightning McQueen and Road Trip Mater. McQueen has the new smile, Mater has the new smile, and the suspension in the front. I did a review on both of these together way back in early January. I'll leave the link for that in the description below, and card suggestion pop-up in the top right-hand corner, because in this video, we're primarily going to focus on Ivy. I will check to see if they are variants to the Case C versions of them from January, but we want to focus on what's brand new, and that obviously is Ivy, the monster truck. And then I also wanted to show this Circus Stunt Ivy that came out a month, 2 months ago, something like that. Obviously, very hard to compare these two, but it is one of the few other versions of Ivy that you could have gotten in the waiting period for the 155 scale diecast. It's pretty cool, it leaps. I've seen videos on it. It actually has quite the jump to it, but for me, it will stay in the package. I really do like the presentation of it and how it looks in the package like this, and makes for a nice piece to go in some of the backgrounds of my videos at times. But yeah, Mattel did that. Mattel did a mini racer version of Ivy and the playset version, which we will compare her to now. Inside the box, they included this little pamphlet that's actually on a pretty thick piece of cardboard paper, so I appreciate that. I'm also just glad in general that they included it, because now obviously we all know this character is Ivy. We know that we have McQueen and Mater, but when we go further down the line, I believe we are getting a Trucks 3-pack, so presumably Lightning McQueen, Mater, and one of those semi-cabs. Hopefully, they include one of these pamphlets, and then we can learn the name of that character, because otherwise we wouldn't find out. But yeah, you have Road Trip Mater there, Road Trip Lightning McQueen. Very cool. Again, a nice thick piece of cardboard paper that is definitely worth keeping. Now, before we get to Ivy, I know I want to get to her so bad, just like you guys, but we need to do our due diligence and check to see if these are variants with the original releases. I'm going to go with no, just because of how, quickly they all came out together. And they're still making these like concurrently in new singles cases. It's not like they were just released in case C of singles and never again. No, they'll be released many times going forward, as we've seen in, case E or case G, whatever it may be. Take a look here at McQueen. Yeah, they're the same. Kind of stinks though, for somebody who got those variants and then was like, oh, now I need to get Ivy and now I have 2 duplicates. Yeah, that does kind of stink, but hey, it's bound to happen with characters like McQueen and Mater. You're bound to end up with a bunch of duplicates of them, as I learned from collecting since 2006. My army of duplicate loose McQueens and Maters is just massive. I don't even have a choice. You get a multi-pack for 1 new car and you already have a complete new set of repeats. I remember when I bought the Lizzie with Radio 11 pack. I don't know if I'm dumb or if I'm just that big of a Cars fan, but yep, had a lot of duplicates from that set. And yeah, these look the same to me. Let's take a look at the date stamps. You have R42A, so the 42nd week of last year, and now you have SO3 of this year. Let's see if the McQueens vibe with that. SO4 on McQueen, and yeah, he does have the hook, the little nooks in his base, so he can be towed. Not by this Mater though, unfortunately. This Mater doesn't have the girth in his hook, if you know what I mean. This Mater has the girth in his hook, and we're gonna tow all these McQueens and Maters out of here and get right along with the review of our Princess Ivy here. And if you guys just heard my computer beep in the background, it's because I'm trying to get this review out as fast as possible. I'm recording this on Easter Sunday, so hey, if you're watching it, happy Easter if you celebrate. But yeah, I'm about to go out for like Easter brunch. Got this in the mail. I was like, heck yeah, it's time to get to work. This takes priority. All right, so before we start doing any comparisons, obviously we have the plastic version that we want to compare her to. We're just going to focus on Ivy and her own merit. Now, one of the biggest complaints a lot of people have been talking about with her are the eyes and how they look a little robotic. They just look almost emotionless, stoical. And I know we get a lot of that, dead center eyes on Maypillar Derev, but for whatever reason, it just looked worse on Ivy. And however, I have to say, it does not look that bad in person at all. I don't know why, but seeing the images online, I'm like, oh God, they really botched that expression. But seeing Ivy in person, I don't feel that way at all. To me, it's just like, oh, it's just a normal expression. It's nothing incredible. It's not like Manny Rodriguez expression, which is a really good expression. It's not like Michael Hansel and Nat McLugnet's expression. You guys are like, who are those guys? But yeah, it's just a normal expression. I mean, I don't know what else you could have really expected out of it. I do think the Disney store did a pretty good job with their Ivy expression, and that might be a little bit better. Hey, it happens, but this isn't a bad expression by any means. It's nothing, oh my God, Ivy, calm down. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't think it's as bad as everyone has kind of made it out to be with these initial reactions. Now, she has these really glossy plastic tires here. You can see they have a shine to them. But what's even more impressive to me is that they used a gold chrome for that trim there. That is plastic, but it is like a gold chrome, and it looks incredible. The fact that they got such detailing on the wheels like that is really cool. I'm very happy to see that. Something I was not expecting. I thought they'd probably do just like a dark yellow line. No, that is like a whole separate gold chrome piece in there, and it looks tremendous. Love how the wheels look. She's got a little bit of a curve to her, nothing great, nothing like Monster Jam trucks probably, where they have a really nice turning radius and all that. It's all right, nothing too special. Gets the job done. Take a look here at the chassis. She's got her SO4 date stamp over there, but a lot of the writing is actually covered up or really hard to see because it's like Yeah, there's good lighting. You can see Made in Thailand there. The chassis covers it up a little bit and casts a shadow on it. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Let's take a look here at the smile. Yeah, again, I don't think the expression is that bad at all. I'm actually vibing with it quite a bit. I love the glossy finish they gave her. I know they do this on all their Thailand releases, but it just looks exceptional on her. Really impressed with the paint finish. I think the flames on the side here look great. You know, we always worry about the graininess, the clarity of Thailand decals, and I think they really nailed this. Looks very crispy to me. I like kind of the green gradient around the front fenders, and that fades away. You have the light bar with the painted lights. That looks good. Plastic side view mirrors. Everyone told me on my Disney Store review of Ivy what this piece here in the back is, and it's called the roll cage. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Now I can sound smart. But yeah, that's another plastic piece. And again, it clamps in there nicely. You know, you can't really move it around. I wouldn't fear about breaking it too easily. Painted black bed. No license plate. I don't remember if she has one in the show or not, but I would probably guess not, because Mattel doesn't ever really skimp out on license plates. They always tend to get those within, you know, somewhat accuracy. At least they put it there if you have it or not. They might not get the number right, but you know. So yeah, I would assume she doesn't actually have one. You know what? The more I think about it, I remember seeing like a back shot of her and being shocked at how like smooth it was because there was no license plate there. But hey, she did live out in the woods for like God knows how long, so makes sense. It tracks. But you got the taillights there. I have to say, I am very happy with Ivy here. Very impressed with her. This is a good die cast, and I am so happy that Mattel decided to do it, which leads me into my next point here. You know, it's kind of odd. This little piece right here, like see the back portion of her cab right here? That's like another plastic piece that's a different color. Kind of odd. Same thing with this piece right here. A lot of intricate pieces on this Ivy, I will say. But yeah, I wanted to get into why I think it was such a great idea to put this on Amazon as an Amazon exclusive, while I compare her to the plastic playset version of her, which of course came out of the Showtime Loop Circus Stunt, something like that, playset that I reviewed back in the fall. It was a nice placeholder, but as you could already tell, doesn't shape up to the diecast Ivy, not even close. But yeah, so you could also tell that the flames are way less detailed. Nothing in the rims at all. Got the gold chassis. The light bar is very minimalistic. No roll cage at all. So this diecast Ivy was needed. You know, it was absolutely necessary for our collections. But anyway, now I finally get to say what I wanted to say. A lot of people complain, and understandably so. I wasn't able to find this car in the store, and now I just won't ever be able to get it. You know, I don't really like buying online. The prices are a little expensive, you know, to resort to eBay. So I'm just going to have to lose out on this character, you know? And that sucks, right? That sucks. Can't say that about Ivy now. You cannot say that about Ivy. I really am glad that they're making this available to anyone with an internet connection and some money in their bank account. The price for Ivy will never go below what's online for Amazon. Amazon is selling it as a first-party seller. You know, it's not like somebody else got it and then are putting it up for sale on Amazon as a third-party seller. No, this is direct Amazon LLC selling these, just like they'd sell, you know, back in the day. A lot of people don't remember this, but back in the day, Amazon would sell cars for retail price, and they'd be add-on items, so you couldn't just buy them alone. You'd have to add them to an order of $25 or more. Back in 2015, those were the glory days. 2016 as well a little bit. But yeah, $17 for this 3-pack. You can't say the excuse, oh, I don't want to buy online, it's always more expensive. Well, that's the lowest it'll ever go, even if for whatever reason, you have to buy it in a store and you go to an Amazon store that pops up during the holidays or whatever, they'll have it there for $17 as well. You might even have to pay more because of the taxes in your area. I don't know. Secondly, they're in stock right now. You can go and buy one right now and guarantee your spot. It might take a few weeks to deliver, but you got one reserved for yourself. So a lot of the people, I'm not trying to dog on anyone for complaining that they can't find cars, but for Ivy here, there is really no excuse. You even don't need an Amazon Prime account to order this. Amazon, obviously that helps, but you could still get this 3-pack. And I'm happy that they made it, easily accessible. Now let's compare her to the Disney Store version. I'm going to take off the mossy skin. I also reviewed this, so that link will be in the description below. Now we're going to raise up the camera here because these are monster trucks we're dealing with, not just some piddly Lightning McQueen cars. And we need to see these in all their glory. The colors on them are quite different, which is interesting. This is a much lighter teal. And it also fades into this dark blue for the pickup side of things, which is a little odd. I don't quite remember that being accurate. Like, is it supposed to be like that? I'm not quite sure. Is Mattel right? Is Mattel wrong? I feel like Mattel is right. But then again, Mattel did kind of give us that dark blue fade on the mini racer here, which we'll get to in a bit. So that's a little interesting. Maybe it's somewhere in the middle. The Disney Store version also has blue side view mirrors instead of teal. I do have to say I like the Disney Store expression more. It's looking to the side, has a little bit more life to it. And they did a pretty good job with the wheels as well. It's a shiny bronze in there, not gold chrome, but still looks pretty good. Obviously these are rubber tires as well. And they detailed the chassis. You could see that with the gold and silver parts in there. Mattel, actually wait, Mattel did that too. What? No way, I didn't even notice. Look at that, guys. You can see they painted parts of the chassis too, gold and silver for whatever parts those are. Good stuff. I didn't even realize that. They didn't paint right there like in the wheel wells like the Disney Store did, but they still did some detailing, which is more than I thought. Good stuff, guys. I think both of these Ivies have something to offer. You guys know I hated those Disney Store releases that they did for Cars on the Road because of the just difficulty with putting the skins on and all that stuff. The best thing though is their Ivy diecast. Like, this is a great item right here. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Obviously we have the mini racer version here, which for whatever reason Mattel did in metallic. Doesn't really make much sense, but they do have like that darker blue in the back, which kind of makes me feel like Mattel should have done a darker blue here. But obviously, you know what? Let's solve that issue right now. On the screen, there is Ivy from Cars on the Road. Really a beautiful car after she came out of the car wash. And a nice character, a nice, interesting, kind of different character to introduce in Cars on the Road. And hopefully, going forward in future Cars projects, we get to see her. And I think they almost kind of designed her to fit in with the clowns, like with the circus and kind of the flaming type design and the wild colors. She fits in really well with the circus troupe, especially when we get some more of those metallic turquoise ones like the circus stunt biplane and Holm Haynes a little bit too. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section below what version of Ivy is your favorite. Will you be picking this 3-pack up? You can get it on Amazon right now. Like I said, reserve your spot, get it in a few weeks or so. I think that's the way to go. Will this become rare? Like, will it sell out eventually and then you're going to be screwed and have to resort to eBay? It's possible, like the Salt Fever 9-pack did. But I don't think so, just because Amazon tends to really stockpile their 3-packs, as we've seen with some of the ones they've done in the past, that although they aren't as exciting, they did like XRS, McQueen, Little Torquey Pistons, Eric Breaker, Jackson Storm, I think it was. No, it was like Spiky Phillips and not Eric Breaker. for the drag racer line, and then they did like McQueen Mater Sheriff, which is pretty boring, but those never had any rarity to them. I think they did a XRS Mud Racer one, they did Demolition Derby one before as well, so hopefully not, but again, just to be safe, hey, the price isn't gonna go up, the price isn't gonna go down. The only way the price is gonna go up is if it sells out, so might as well reserve one right now on Amazon. That is my advice to you guys. What the hell, man? Ivy's finally here. You gotta take advantage of it. Take advantage. We've been waiting for this car, this character, for half a year since the show came out. She really should have come out long ago, but hey, at least we finally have her. And if you guys remember, I actually broke the news that Mattel was doing her in the spring in that Mattel Q&A video. No one else knew that she was coming until I posted that video. So pat on the back for me, not gonna toot my horn or anything like that, but yeah, you know, I have to say my favorite version of her though is the McDanks version, which I don't have here because it's locked away in my Holy Grail cabinet. I'm just kidding. Seriously though, bye now. Have a great Easter if you're watching on the day.